So it's been 2 weeks now in the Mercenary League. Thought I'd give my thoughts on it overall. TLDR, I think it's a very good league. I'm pretty happy with the state of the game. There's a few things that I'm not a fan of, but overall, very positive. I give it like a 9 out of 10 as a league. So pros. I like mercs as being another object to build out. I do like them in D2. I think it's pretty fun to get them their own set of gear, and it's kind of like a mini second character to build out. It just kind of prolongs the fun of building out a character and thinking of interesting decisions, even if it does devolve into a meta pretty fast. But I think with some tweaks to them and making them harder to survive because they're probably a little too tanky. When you have negative 3 million troughs and lightning res, probably shouldn't be able to survive, and you should have to think of ways to actually make them survive while balancing the buffs and the defense of them that they give. But I hope they go core. Overall class balance, pretty good, but lightning builds too strong. Doriani Merc is just too OP. New uniques are impactful and interesting. I think this might be the best batch of uniques we've ever got in one league. They're all really cool. The Jewel that gives you different random stats depending on if you have influence modifiers, I think is really good. It brings some more unused influence items into play, such as Shaper influence and Elder influence that you typically wouldn't use. So brings those back, gives Awakening Orbs more impact too. Brings them more at the forefront where everything was mostly Eldritch dominated. Pretty cool to see the other older influences be impactful again. These 16.5 memory chains are a good way to break up monotonous mapping sessions. And you know what else is a good way to break up monotonous mapping sessions? Hey you! Yeah you! Are you bored of the same old web tutorials, tired of watching video after video without writing a single line of code? It's time to jack in to the ultimate coding experience. It's time to boot.dev.
I used to think coding was boring, but now with boot.dev I'm building real projects and beating my friends on the leaderboard.
Learn back-end web development from start to finish in Python, Go, and SQL just like the pros do. You'll earn XP levels and unlock achievements as you complete quests and climb the global leaderboard. We're talking real coding, kid. Your real skills, not just the flashy stuff. Not just the flashy fluff, but the real skill deals. Boot.dev isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. It's the real deal. It's the real deal. Learning that actually sticks with deep dives into the theory, the practice, everything in between. Try a free demo on every course, and if it's not your jam, bam, 30-day free fun, no questions asked. Boot.dev, stop watching, start coding, level up for real. But wait, if you order right now, there's more. My code DSLE. At checkout, you get 25% off your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. Click the link now, boot.dev, rated R for radical. Regular T16.5s are a good alternative to breaking up, or not alternative I guess, but a good way to break up monotonous mapping sessions. I know a lot of people just like to run the same map, Strand or whatever, a trillion times, Jungle Valley. Personally, I like to switch it up, run different maps every now and then. This is a very good way to do that. Do the memory chains, juice them up, get the new boss fragments, fight the bosses. I think it's overall a very good loop. Regular T16.5s are a good alternative to being forced to run T17s for big juice. I don't know if it's true, or if it's just how it's felt to me so far with RNG, but I feel like they're also easier to roll than T17s. They do get T17 mods, but I feel like they're a little easier to roll, to be doable. Syndicate rework introduces better variety into making decisions on who to put where, but could still use a tiny bit of work. It's still mostly just like Gravicious and transportation. A few other guys are good. Definitely a big step in improvement in Syndicate as a whole, like Katarina phases being removed with the like invuln phases and having to stand in the pools of squares or whatever. And they turn the fight into have a boss invitation, so you can sell it if you don't want to run it, or you can buy it if you want to run them multiple. And I think are uniques. I haven't seen the Cane of Kulamok uniques yet, but Cinder Swallow was buffed, and I think is a very cool flask now after being basically useless. All Flames being back. It's good. I was always a fan of All Flames. I was kind of bummed when they removed them. I'm glad they're back, even if they're a little different. The new final pinnacle boss. Pretty cool fight. I mean, it's like a non-Uber fight, so it's relatively easy. But once I think they release the Uber version, that will be a really good fight. Assuming they introduce it, I think it's a good fight on its own. The other two major pinnacles, I don't even know their names, Fire Guy and I guess they're both Fire Guys. Anyways, those ones are whatever. I feel like they don't really do anything. Memory strands on gear, pretty cool, and new endgame orbs are cool, gives another type of crafting you can do. Rune graphs, pretty cool, the things that you can stick onto your mastery to change them. It's kind of like a mastery tattoo. And then for last pro, infamous modifiers on gear, pretty cool. Like, helps some builds out tremendously, like Blade Blast getting more blades, pretty big. Some other ones, like the chain for chaps. Overall, those are very good. Now the cons, I only have a couple of them. Mercs, way overtuned for fighting them. There's a couple that you can do. I'd say maybe like 30 or 40% of them. Relatively good to do, or fine. Then the other 60% are just like absolutely crazy OP. Big one-shots, no matter what you do. Not a fan of King's March core. I don't really hate it, but I'd rather be in a spot where it doesn't just feel mandatory. Right now it kind of feels mandatory to just hoard a bunch of gold. Make sure it's always running, because Mapper's in it, really, really good. Boats and crops, still really good. Recombinating, still really good. I just wish it was more of a decision you'd make if you want to focus on it or not. But right now it just feels like pretty mandatory. If you don't do it, you're just massively missing out. Arthur's gems, they could be more interesting. There's a few interesting ones, but maybe I've just missed good builds with them, but overall, not super impressed. And then the final con, lightning builds, too strong because of Doriani's Merc. Just overall, way too strong. I think it overshadows everything by a lot. Granted, you can still, balance is still fine overall. There's plenty of builds, plenty of new builds even, that are very good. But Doriani Merc, that is all I could come up with. Maybe make another update at some point if I think of more things. Yeah, overall 9 out of 10 league. I think very good. I hope Mercs go core. With tweaks, of course. I hope they continue to tweak King's March. But it's probably really good for retention for King's March. So I doubt they'll make it not mandatory. I don't hate it. It's okay, I guess. But I guess I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. Or a 4 out of 10. I'm like kind of in the middle. A little on the lower side. And that is it.